Chris Brown comes at Kanye's neck. I know you're surprised because Chris Brown is beefing deep with Quavo, right? But he takes a break. He was on a podcast. He was on the Tank and Jay Valentine podcast, the R&B Money podcast, and he dropped some jaw-breaking insights. He claims an artist, but didn't say the artist's name, but everybody's speculating about the artist, right? Everybody believes he's talking about Kanye. And wait until you hear what he said.
Don't nobody go in the bathroom for about 45 minutes.
You done fucked up, you know that, don't you?
You got knocked the fuck out!
What's happening? He lays the foundation. He first says it's a high-profile rap artist, right? So that already minimizes the pot. It limits the pot. He discussed this high-profile rapper. He didn't name the name. And he went on, he went to a club and the rapper, they don't usually hang out, but this particular night, they hung out with Chris and his friends. Chris discussed how perfect the arrangement was. They had VIP, of course, VIP set up, and he definitely emphasized all the women, the beautiful women was in the place. And it was a guest performance too. And they were right front and center at this perfect setup, right? So he said this other person that was there, they sitting back and everybody appeared to be having a good time until all of a sudden, he found it strange that everybody appeared to be having an awesome time except for his guests, right? He noticed that the boy that was with him started looking upset and bothered. But Chris couldn't figure out why because, like I told you, the arrangement was superb. VIP, all the bells and whistles. You already a star, top of your game, Chris Brown. You right front and center. You got another star that's performing. You right there, listen to everything, whatever you want. But why is this other boy in his feelings? You about to see why the other boy was in his feelings. And then you got to ponder, was it Kanye or wasn't it? So Chris Brown, he observed it correctly. He observed that the boy that hung out with him was angry and looked upset. So the next minute after Chris observed him in his feelings, he goes up on the stage, grabs the mic, and goes on a crazy rant. The audacity, God. Right? Yeah, but you ain't heard the best of it. So Chris says he was definitely shocked and caught off guard, but also disappointed because the entire energy in the club had changed. Now listen, Chris is all out, he having a good time with his people, with his crew, and this other high-profile rapper, he thinking you're going to add to the fun. He not thinking you're going to take away. You're not making withdrawals. We want you to bring some more energy, positive energy to the party. You taking it away. What began as an amazing, positive, and fun night turned into an angry, awkward event. So Chris goes on to say it became chaotic. So he and his crew left the club, and after all the women dashed from his section. So here go the bull acting crazy. Look at me, look at me. It could have been an attention ploy, or he got salty. Could have been jealous of the bull on stage. He probably was killing it. And since he's a high-profile rap artist, he's accustomed to maybe being, maybe he's arrogant. Maybe he can't handle not being a feature. Who knows? Maybe he's jealous. Somebody hollering at a chick that he like. Whatever the case, none of them are acceptable. Whatever the excuse is, none of them are acceptable for you acting out of character and ruining a great night with all the bells and whistles, a great memory that you ruined, right? So Chris definitely applied that this was Kanye. And he was angry, self-centered, out of control, and jealous cock blocker. Yeah, cock blocker, because he said it was all set up, the most beautiful women in the world. He right there, front and center, is all having it their way. And you in your feelings, getting angry, feeling some kind of, go ahead, the audacity. You in your feelings so much. You so self-centered that you couldn't even think of the possible impact that your behavior would have on the very people that's supposed to be your friends that you came with. But then everybody else that's there, they're not there to see you. They already enjoying the performance. They didn't pay to see you go up on stage and have a public rant, show how insecure and show all your gaps of insecurity. They didn't ask for that. They didn't pay for that, but that's what they got, right? Especially when Chris says the rapper went on a major screaming rant, shouting. He never, you ain't gonna believe this. This is when they definitely knew it was Kanye. Because he was on the stage after he went on just a roller coaster ride of shouts and rants. He distinctively said and shouted, I never let anybody put their finger up my ass. Yes. And if you remember in 2016, that was Kanye's remarks to Amber Rose. I guess she let the cat out the bag when they broke up, that she used to put her finger up his butt. You know what I mean? So he went on a rant and he started seeing that on stage as well. So that was hilarious. So this is what Chris Brown let out on the podcast, you know, on the R&B podcast thing. So now this is what I'm projecting. Chris Brown already has an ongoing beef, a deeply heated beef with Quavo, right? And it's over Karrueche Tran. I mean, 'cause that's Chris Brown, old you know, girl, and now I guess Quavo allegedly messing with her, and they going at each other's neck, way out of bounds, right? So I guess now that you know, Chris Brown took a side shot at Kanye, because it looked like Kanye's looking for something to do. He's looking for some attention because he just put himself in the middle of Kendrick Lamar, Drake, and J. Cole's beef. Kanye came in and tried to put himself in it, but nobody really giving it no fuel. But now, I guess with Chris Brown giving this out on the podcast, even though Chris Brown did try to do it respectfully by not saying his name, leaving it anonymous, you know, Kanye, the ultimate attention seeker, he gonna look for a reason to probably come at Chris Brown or say something or do something. Who knows? But we gonna be waiting and we gonna be watching, right? Listen, I thank you so much for watching. You be great. And more importantly, be blessed.